Hey guys, so the two UDL principals that I decided to work with were both worked with images and visuals and trying to help students understand have another way to learn the information rather than just reading it or seeing it or whatever it might be. So the first one was how to promote understanding across language. So I kind of took that as what other if EL students if English is not their first language, what can they do? How else, how can I incorporate their native language into my learning so that they are getting they're not missing content just because they don't fully understand all of the vocab. So one of the first things I wanted to work with was subtitles. So if we play a video on YouTube, we can go ahead and you hit closed captions to turn the closed captions on, you can see here. And then to change it to a different language. So I know for my placement, I have a lot of Bosnian students or I have a lot of Spanish speaking students. So I go to settings, I go to subtitles, and I auto translate, and I want to go down. I can pick whatever language is here. We can go all the way down to Spanish. Click on it. And then you can see the subtitles switch into Spanish. So they're listening to the English words, they're listening to the video, they can hear that, but they're also if they're still struggling a little bit, they can see the subtitles in a different language. The second one I worked with was how to illustrate through multiple media. So I wanted to see, so especially for English, if we're reading a story, if whatever we're doing, if I understand a lot of times I'm a visual learning, but it's one thing to have students listen to something and read something, but it's another to have some type of visual for them to look at, whether that's a picture or a video. So my unit right now that I'm working with is the Dive Anne Frank. So one of the things are virtual tours. So I'm going to go here. This is just at webannefrank.org. I'm going to click on this. And it's basically a virtual tour of the attic that she was in, and it's very interactive with students. They can do this on their own times, they can click on stuff, there's information being out, they can kind of just play around with it. But so it's one thing for if we're reading the story and I can describe it to them all I want. I can describe how cramped and how small this attic was for Anne Frank and these families who live there. But for them to actually be able to see it and play around with them and see the dimensions, that's a whole nother set of learning that they can do. So yeah, this and then the video was just on YouTube. Both of these are free. There's a million different things that we could do for free. And it's really accessible to a lot of different school districts that might not have the funds to pay for different tools, but these are things that everyone can do if they have some type of online access. And yeah.